quick. So obviously the biggest news of the day, well, really yesterday, but some new news came out because this is definitely going to be an ongoing story unless somebody finds a way to step on it. But there's been multiple things going on with, you guessed it, Diddy, aka the Diddler. So, so as you all know, literally yesterday we saw the crap unfold where Diddy's house in LA got raided by Homeland Security. Like, that's just insane. We saw the live feed, from the helicopters of Homeland Security coming through, bringing people outside. Apparently, they got Diddy's kids. We were seeing people, which was funny. I don't know if this dude was a cloud monster, but I saw a video of this dude. He looked like a teenager, and he was like, man, he was like, these parties, bro. He was like, I seen these kids come by the busload to Diddy's house. And what made it really seem like a joke? He was like, man, if my ball go over there, he was like, I just leave it. I was like, yeah, it's probably for cloud, man. It's probably for cloud. But it was funny though. It was funny. Literally, like, the jokes are flying. Like, I don't care how serious things are, man. Like, until it gets really serious, where it's like you literally cannot joke anymore, otherwise you'll get clowned on. But when things like this happen, man, Black Twitter just goes crazy, dog. Like, the jokes are flying left and right. Like, nobody is taking it serious right now. Like, we're seeing this and we're like, oh crap. But at the same time, we like, bro, like, we've seen so many signs. We've seen people talking about Diddy so much that we like, damn, like, I don't think anybody will be truly surprised if whatever he's being accused of ends up coming true. So just to catch you all up, obviously Cassie set it off with the whole sexual allegations, sexual abuse allegations. And as we know, Diddy settled on that like super quick, not even 24 hours. Diddy settled on that. But Cassie opened the floodgates. She honestly opened the floodgates. And Diddy tried to step on that like super quick. So, like I said, not even 24 hours passed, and that man settled on that case. So Cassie got her money. But then the next thing happened with the dude Lil Rod, aka Rodney Jones, and he also was like, I'm about to sue you, and you were sexually harassing me. And it was other rappers. They were naming Meek Mill, they were naming Usher, some other folk. They were saying that the Sons were involved. They were saying that Young Miami was involved. So it was a lot of stuff. Like, he was just naming names left and right. So that's what opened it back up, because it was like, yeah, Cassie was one thing. We all knew that y'all had a thing together. So it doesn't surprise us that Cassie, years later, once she finally got away from you, that she would do that. But then this dude, came out of nowhere saying this, but he was naming like other people's famous names. So that's what really made it pop off. And I made a video on talking about Meek Mill, because everybody was on his head after DJ Academics kind of set it open when he was reading the docket, and he was like, yo, he was like a rapper from Philly who dated Nicki Minaj. He was like, well, that's nobody but Big Bill. And that's how that popped off, right? So that's how Big Bill, like, literally, like, just went on a whole Twitter tangent and started going off. He was like, wow, we're coming out, da da da, but whatever. So that happens, right? And then, people were still joking on it, but nothing really happened, right? Like, it kind of settled down. People moved on. But now this happened, right? So now how Homeland Security goes after the LA crib, starts pulling the kids out, starts pulling other people that are like some workers or something. They start pulling everybody out. And now they said that Diddy was on the run. So it went from, it literally, like, again, I hate laughing at it too. What up, Sensei? I hate laughing at it, but like, bro, it's just crazy. Like, this is literally like, I like fresh out of a movie, bro. Literally fresh out of a movie. So it's like, damn, Homeland Security comes to your LA crib, right? And they like, damn, Diddy on the run in his private jet. They said my man's on the run in his private jet. And they said that man was going to Africa. I'm like, man, this is crazy. They were showing the route. The route was not going to Africa, by the way. He was actually in Antigua. What the route was showing. So people start getting on that. They're like, damn, bro, he the diddler for real. They say he gone for real, bro. They say he out of here. Like, he on this Russell Simmons stuff. And I was saying it in the chat with GI. I was like, bro, I was like, if Diddy on the run for real, if he in this private jet, he probably called Russell Simmons. And I was like, I was joking, but I wasn't really joking. I was like, bro, like, you on some Russell Simmons stuff right now? Like, Russell Simmons literally was like, nah, all these allegations that are coming against me, I'm going to Bali, bro. Like, I'm out of here. I'm not about to be in the U.S. anymore. And I was like, yo, if Diddy on the run for real, I was like, he probably called Russell, dog. He like, yo, can I come to Bali? Like, what's Bali looking like? And Russell Simmons was probably like, yo, like, nah, I'm here already. It's hot. You need to go somewhere else, bro. like you gotta go. Like skedaddle, bro. Like, nah, it's too much. It's too much for me and you here. Like, find somewhere else that has no U.S. jurisdiction. So I was like, bro, once I saw that, and I literally said that right before, like the reports are coming out, that Diddy was on a private jet. So I'm like, son, this is ridiculous. Like, if this man is on the run for real, that is insane. Like they were like, yo, they compared him to OJ. They said he on the Bronco for real. He the white Bronco. So they said that he was on the run, and now we have this. So now Diddy come. I mean, which is obvious. Like, what else are you gonna say, right? Like, so Diddy said that he declares his innocence after Homeland Security raided his home. So just to read here, said that he denied the meritless accusations waged against him as he spoke out for the first time following the raids at his home and LA and Miami. And I want to make that clear because I also said, I was like, why they go out to his LA home? I was like, I would think that Miami home, to be honest, I would think that Miami home would have more freaky stuff. I ain't gonna lie, bro, because like you literally right there. Like, Miami be hot, so I'm like, yo, the Miami crib probably got the stuff. Like, just keeping it honest. The LA crib, yeah, you in Hollywood, but that Miami crib probably got the stuff. And then shortly after we saw that they raided the LA home and saw the video footage of that. Then they said that they did Miami too. So I was like, oh, okay. I was like, all right. So y'all did a coordinated attack. Like, y'all got at all his big homes. So anyway, so they did LA and Miami. Said Diddy done did it. Shout out to Sailor for the 5 months. So that's it. So he said yesterday there was a gross overuse of military level force as search warrants were executed at Mr. Combs' residence. This is what his attorney said. Aaron Dyer said today. There is no excuse for the excessive show of force and hostility exhibited by authorities or the way his children and employees were treated. Mr. Combs was never detained, but he spoke to and cooperated with authorities. I wonder what that conversation sounded like. So right now, his attorney says that he is cooperating, and he also says that to end this, that despite media speculation, neither Mr. Combs nor any of his family members have been arrested, nor has the ability to their ability to travel has been restricted in any way. So they're saying that despite what people are saying, they can travel wherever. They're not restricted to, they're not forced to stay in the U.S. So again, I don't know what happened. I don't know if this was really his jet that people were saying, but multiple people were saying that it was his jet, and they calculated the route, said he was on a run. So I don't know if he was actually on there or, what it was just a coincidence. But like I said, if it was his jet, then, I don't think it was a coincidence. I think you knew that something was going down, and you're like, yo, I got to get out of here. Whether you were actually restricted or not, Homeland Security just doesn't raid your career for no reason. So, they have something on you or they got a good tip. I don't think this was a fake swatting situation like a streamer gets swatted. Like, if they're doing a coordinated attack on multiple cribs that you have, then something is going on. I don't think this is just from the sexual harassment allegations that Cassie and Lil Rod did to you, right? Like, there's something else going on here. There's actually something else going on here. So now they said, the attorney also said this unprecedented ambush paired with the advanced coordinated media presence, so they're blaming the media, leads to a premature rush to judgment of Mr. Combs is nothing more than a witch hunt. It's a witch hunt, y'all, based on meritless accusations made in civil lawsuits. There's been no finding of criminal or civil liability with any of these allegations. Mr. Combs is innocent and will continue to fight every single day to clear his name, which means he is going to throw as much money at the situation as he can, because people with money do that until they cannot anymore. As the accusations continue to rise, you are going to eventually run out of money, or just be like, look, I am wasting money at this point for attorneys to settle on things. So we are going to see how crazy that this gets. But They are saying that the U.S. official confirmed that the raids on Combs' home on Monday were connected to a federal human trafficking investigation. So we go from sexual harassment from Cassie and Lil Rod to now a possible human trafficking investigation. This is wild. This is wild. What up, Veggie? So I'm like, bro, this, again, like the sexual assault stuff. Again, I'm not saying that it should be diminished because it absolutely should not be diminished. Women, men, whatever your freaky ass is into is not my business. But when people are getting affected by this, then that's again when it becomes a problem, especially if you're threatening people and all that, using your power and your money as influence over others. That's serious. But human trafficking is a whole nother story. Human trafficking is a whole nother story, and this wasn't even in play. I don't think that this was in the Lil Rod sexual harassment, and this definitely was not in the Cassie sexual harassment cases. This is something new. So, like I said, again, we can only take this with a grain of salt, but it's like, bro, as more and more people come out and other things are being placed upon your head, then guilty or not, like it's very serious at this point, because human trafficking is that's a whole nother beast. Like, I live in Florida, so it's really big. Like, Florida and Georgia are two big states for human trafficking, because again, you're by the water, so it's very easy to get in and get out. So human trafficking is a really big thing down here. Even in my area, there's a certain like shopping center where a lot of human trafficking situations have happened. So it's a very scary thing. And like, if Diddy is involved in this, like, even like, again, like 5% of the matter, then he's cooked, bro. But this is getting even more wild, because who knows what other allegations are going to get thrown at him at this point. But like I said, I didn't think it was going to get to this point. Like, the sexual harassment stuff, again, that's one thing, because the Me Too movement is very powerful, and a lot of people have been canceled. But again, like, somebody as powerful as Diddy, it's tough. It's tough to land him just on that, because like I said, he could just throw money at it. He literally did it with Cassie, and then he just completely denied the Lil Rod stuff. Like, even when he was naming name, he just completely denied that. But now you got the human trafficking stuff, and you got Homeland Security raiding your cribs. That's where it gets even more insane. It's like, yo, this really feels like this is straight out of a movie. Like, I don't even know, man. I mean, I get that, King. I get that, King. Like, there could be so many ways to breach that gray area. I do understand to breach that gray area. You could literally just say, hey, like, he did some things with some minors, and and maybe told them that they couldn't go home, after a night, and that turned into human trafficking. So I get what you're trying to say, but still, I mean, even if he done some stuff with some minors, that brings another level, because now you want some Epstein, R. Kelly stuff at that point. Like, it may not be a human trafficking ring, but it's an investigation. Like, it's an investigation. So we're going to see what ends up happening. Again, like I said, with people as powerful as Diddy is, and with a lot of influence and a lot of resources, aka money, he's going to try to throw everything that he can at this. But we're going to see what happens, because also allegedly, I saw something that said that Diddy is officially done with Revolt, and he sold it to like an anonymous buyer or something. So I don't know what the validity is on that one as well, but I also saw that news today. So we are going to see, because if he's also trying to get out, I mean, I knew even after the Cassie stuff, I was like, yeah, Diddy gotta lay low, because there's no way he's gonna be able to do anything with Revolt. Like, that's too forward facing for you to be popping out and having anything to do with that, because now you're affecting other people who don't necessarily need to be associated with you. So if it now went from like, yeah, I'm gonna just fall back from Revolt, to now like you allegedly sold it to somebody. Excuse me, then that kind of like for me, it gives a little bit more validity to like, man, you probably did something, bro. Like something's going on, whether you're being framed or not, but something is happening. If you're selling assets now, like you're selling your company, that's your media, like that's new media at this point. That isn't something that's necessarily owned by somebody else, like that's yours. And if you're selling to somebody, then you're trying to get out of here for some reason, So we'll keep on with this. I don't know, man. I don't know what's gonna happen, but like I said, I wasn't expecting it to go from sexual assault to sexual assault of adults to now, possible human trafficking investigation. So, oof, the Diddler, bro, the Diddler. What up, Dust? Right now we talking about Diddy. But yes, I did see the Baltimore Key West Bridge collapse. Yeah, that happened like this early this morning. That was crazy. Again, that also was something that looked like it was out of a movie. I'm like, wow, like it really hit one of the supports, and like the bridge it literally collapsed. It looked like a controlled bombing, right? It looked like a controlled demolition, and it just I saw multiple angles. It looked very insane, man. I didn't look up any updates to see if anyone passed or not, but I was like, yeah, it was like, I mean, it was people on that bridge, like we're seeing cars literally driving across, before that big ship hit it. So like I said, that's just insane. Hopefully people in Baltimore and the economy are going to survive that. I don't know how popular their bridge is. I've never been to Baltimore before, so I don't know. But yeah, I did see that, Dust. I did see that. But yeah, we done with the Diddy